September 17, 2007, meeting of the Salina City Commission. Will the clerk please call a roll?
Mayor Joka.
Here.
Commissioner Larson.
Here.
Commissioner Peck.
Here.
Commissioner Perney.
Here.
Commissioner Vanier.
Here. I'd like to invite everyone to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our first item on today's agenda is the Citizens Forum, a time set aside for any citizen who would like to bring concerns to the Commission that are not on the day's official agenda. Is there anyone here who would like to come forward? Seeing none, we will continue with awards and proclamations.
Item 4.1, the week of September 17th through the 23rd, 2007 as Constitution Week in the City of Salina. Sharon Faust will read the proclamation.
I'm Sharon Faust. I'm the Constitution Week Chairman for the Mary Wade Strother chapter here in Salina for the Daughters of the American Revolution. Constitution Week 2007 proclamation. Whereas the Constitution of the United States of America, the guardian of our liberties, embodies the principles of limited government in a republic dedicated to rule by law. And whereas September 17, 2007 marks the 220th anniversary of the framing of the Constitution of the United States of America by the 1787 Constitutional Convention. And whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate it. And whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of this great country, designating September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. Now, therefore, I, Alan E. Joka, Mayor of the City of Salina, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week, and ask our citizens to reaffirm the ideals of the framers of the Constitution by vigilantly protecting the freedoms guaranteed to us through this guardian of our liberties. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Salina to be affixed this 17th day of September in the year of our Lord 2007. Signed, Alan E. Joka, Mayor.
Thank you. Are there some particular activities you want to bring our attention to?
We have, the DAR has put up displays at the library and out at the mall for everyone to view if they would like. There should have been a letter to the editor in the paper this morning or yesterday, one or the other. And as we speak, the churches downtown are supposed to be ringing their bells to acknowledge at this time, 220 years ago, in Philadelphia, the church bells rang to let the citizenry know that the Constitution had been passed by the convention at that time. And there should be bells ringing, but we're down here in the basement and can't hear them. So that's what we've done here in Salina this week.
Thank you very much. I have a signed copy of your proclamation for you.
Item 4.2, presentation of plaques of appreciation to outgoing board members. Will Kent Buer, Gary Cummings, Nita Klug, Lucy Larson, David Moody, Betty Timmel, Troy Vansel, and John Walkos please step forward?
Well, I don't know how to do this. We've never had a commissioner get a trophy. I guess you could wander around. Good luck. This is tricky.
This is in appreciation for service to the City of Salina, Kansas on the Convention and Tourism Committee from 1999 through 2007. So we appreciate that, and I'd like to give you an opportunity to make any comments you wish before I give you this.
Oh, you'll be sorry. I recommend the tourism committee to everybody. They don't meet until 7:30 in the morning, so it's fun. You meet a lot of people. You do things that people are appreciative of, and I found out that most of the German farmers in no-till on the plain are left-handed. So, you know, what could be better?
It's a very rewarding experience. Next, we have Gary Cummings for service on the Disciplinary Advisory Board from 2001 to 2007. So I'd like to give you the same opportunity.
Well, I appreciate this award. For the past 16 years, I've done various volunteer work, and I find it very rewarding, and receiving a plaque even more so. Thank you.
Nita Klug for service on the Parks and Rec Advisory Board. That didn't happen while you were serving on the board, did it? Okay. In appreciation for service on the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board from 1996 through 2007. You'd like to share any words of wisdom with us?
I don't know if they're wisdom, but one of the reasons I went on the Park and Rec Board was to get the swimming pool, and unfortunately we didn't get it during my stint, but man, I sure hope we get it in the future here, and I'll come back after a year of being off. Thanks. And it has been great fun. It's been great people.
David Moody, in appreciation for service rendered on the BID Board of Directors from 2001 to 2007. Thank you very much, and I'd like to give you the opportunity to say anything you wish.
Thank you. I was told to limit my comments to 45 minutes, so I'll try to do that. If you want to make Salina a better town, get involved, and I appreciate this opportunity, and it's been a tremendous experience. Thank you.
I know you got on this board shortly after moving to Salina, so we certainly appreciate your service. Lucy Larson. In appreciation for service rendered to the City of Salina, Kansas on the Arts and Humanities Commission from 2002 to 2007. For some reason you cut that last term short. I wouldn't let you continue on, huh? Well, anyway, thank you very much.
Be careful what you wish for. Thoroughly enjoyed my time on Salina Arts and Humanities. I apologize I didn't make it through my second term there, but it was my first inkling to how this whole community works with the different agencies and with the City of Salina, and I always wondered if I could do a little bit more, and like I said, be careful what you wish for. But thank you.
Kent Buer for service on the BID Board of Advisors from 2001 to 2007, and I believe that included a stint as either president or treasurer or both, probably. So, okay.
I appreciate the recognition. It was a lot of fun. The keys to have one of the keys is to have a good executive director, and I think we've gained a lot of momentum. Gail Martin did a good job, and Phil's doing an excellent job. And I'm also thrilled that it's now called the Lead District.
Thank you. John Wacholtz for service on the Tree Advisory Board from 1999 through 2007. Any parting words of wisdom you can share with us?
I would just like to commend Steve Blue a former student of mine who is city forester, and the job that they do. And there's a lot more involved, which you find out when you're on these committees, than what you really think goes on. So 1 year off, and I hope to be back.
Troy Vansel, in appreciation for service rendered to the City of Salina, Kansas on the Housing Authority from 1999 to 2007, and having shared 6 of those years with you, I can certainly attest to your dedication throughout the years. I'd like to give you the opportunity to say anything you wish.
I just don't think there's any citizen in Salina doesn't know how I feel about public housing, so I'll let it go with that. But I appreciate the time. Thank you.
We will now continue on with public hearings and items scheduled for a certain time. There are none today, so we'll continue with the consent agenda.
Item 6.1, approve the minutes of September 10, 2007. Item 6.2, approve the minutes of September 11, 2007.
Mayor, I'd move for approval of the consent agenda.
Second. Motion is to approve the consent agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That passes 5-0. That will bring us to development business.
Item 7.1, first reading ordinance number 07-10402, amending Chapter 33, Article 3 of the Salina Code pertaining to junkyard, salvage yards, scrap metal processing, and wrecking yards.
Mayor, if I could, we'd like to have a little more time on this item. After looking at it again, we found some other things we might want to address, and so we'd like to ask the commission to go ahead and pull this from the agenda for today, and we'll bring it back to you.
Do you want a motion to postpone it until a certain date?
Yeah, I think that would be fine.
1, 2, 3 weeks?
How about 2 weeks?
Okay. Does that meet with everybody's approval? Or
So moved.
Motion?
Second.
Motion is to postpone item 7.1, which deals with ordinance 07-10402 for 2 weeks, or until, when would that be, October 1st, I believe, or that first meeting in October.
Yes.
Yeah. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That passes 5-0. So we will continue on with items of administration.
Item 8.1, second reading ordinance number 07-10414, amending Chapter 8, Article 1, Division 5 of the Salina Code by adding Section 8-155, providing for a local amendment to Article 600.5 of the National Electric Code pertaining to branch circuits.
This passed on first reading on September 10th. We have not received any comments to date, but I would entertain any more if there are. Seeing none, we'll bring it back to the commission.
Mayor, I'd move we adopt ordinance number 07-10414 on second reading.
Second.
Motion is to adopt ordinance 07-10414, providing for local amendment to Article 600.5 of the National Electric Code pertaining to branch circuits. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Larson?
Aye.
Commissioner Peck?
Aye.
Commissioner Perney?
Aye.
Commissioner Vanier?
Aye.
Mayor Jilka?
Aye.
Item 8.2, second reading ordinance number 07-10415, amending Chapter 8, Article 1, Division 1 of the Salina Code by adding Section 8-12.4.1, providing a local amendment to Section 412-2.3 of the International Building Code pertaining to floor surfaces and aircraft hangars.
This likewise passed on first reading September 10th. I would entertain any additional comments if there are any. Seeing none, we'll ask for commission action.
Mayor, I move that we adopt ordinance number 07-10415 on second reading.
Second.
Motion is to approve ordinance 07-10415, providing for local amendment to the section of the International Building Code pertaining to floor services in airport hangars. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Larson?
Aye.
Commissioner Peck?
Aye.
Commissioner Perney?
Aye.
Commissioner Vanier?
Aye.
Mayor Jelka?
Aye.
Item 8.3, Resolution Number 076435, establishing fees for emergency medical services and mobile home and solid fuel appliance contractors.
Mr. Franz?
Mayor and Commissioners, thank you. During the course of updating the comprehensive fee schedule with the rates established as a part of a budgetary process, staff discovered several items had been omitted. With the result, some of our fee schedules are now internally inconsistent. The omitted classifications include the solid fuel appliance and mobile home contractors license, which had a fee of $150, and we're proposing $180 for 3 years. This will make that consistent with the other contractors' licensure fees. EMS Advanced Life Support Level 2 Emergency. We're proposing a fee of $500 as an increase from $450. Level 2 charges are billed in those cases where 3 or more meds are administered or that they perform other specialized procedures. The current level 1 fee is at $475, so it would only make sense that the level 2 be slightly higher than that, since there's a higher cost to the run. And then finally, EMS Specialty Care Transport, we're proposing to increase from $450 to $600. That involves those transports where there is some kind of specialty care provider on board the ambulance, either a nurse or cardiovascular specialist or a paramedic with additional training, and it's medically necessary for them to be there. Those fees are established to be consistent with the balance of the rate structure and also to maximize Medicare reimbursements. With respect to the ambulance fees, we do make about 50 of those runs every year in one of those 2 categories. We anticipate this will generate about $3,000 to $4,000 a year additional. Commission action is to adopt resolution number 07, so then that should be 6435, establishing fees for emergency medical services and mobile home and solid fuel appliance contractors in the comprehensive fee schedule. I'd be glad to try to answer any questions.
Any questions, Mr. Franz? Thank you very much. I'd like to entertain any public comment, if there is any. Seeing none, we'll bring it back to the Commission.
Mayor, I move we adopt resolution number 076435 relating to various fees.
Second.
The motion is to adopt ordinance 07-6435, establishing fees for emergency medical services and mobile home and solid fuel appliance contractors. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. That passes 5-0.
Item 8.4, approval of a request to provide capital investment funding to Hawker Beechcraft Corporation.
Mr. Gage?
Mayor and Commissioners, thank you. Hawker Beechcraft Corporation, which is previously known as Raytheon Aircraft Company, has submitted a request in an amount not to exceed $52,520, which is 50% of a total project to construct a fuselage loading dock on an existing Airport Authority building that they lease. We expect from this, excuse me, up to 33 additional primary industrial jobs that are good-paying jobs in our community as a result of this initiative. When we kind of compare the number of jobs that we expect in the investment, it's roughly just under 1,600 per job, which is actually a very good ratio for those types of jobs. Attached, we have lots of supplemental information, including from Wichita State University's Center for Economic Development and Business Research, a benefit cost analysis. We like to see a benefit obviously in excess of 1, and it shows it for the various taxing entities. And you'll see the benefit is well in excess of 1 for each of those entities. This request was also reviewed by your Salina Economic Development Incentives Council, the group that you have charged with reviewing these types of applications. This is funded from the 12.5% portion of the special 1/4 cent sales tax. The SEDIC group voted 5-0 to approve this application and recommend that you approve it. Staff has reviewed this and believe it fully meets the intent of Resolution 05-6220, which contains the criteria for these types of requests. I'd be happy to answer any questions. We also have Tim Rogers, the Executive Director of the Airport Authority, and as I mentioned, this is a business located in the Airport Authority, and so he may actually want to add some additional detail or information, and certainly either of us can answer any questions that you might have.
I noticed that it said on one of the pages that tax was not included, so I take it that we still will not pay more than the $52,000. So is their amount going to be a little bit more than that?
I'm not sure. Tim might be able to answer that, but you are correct in that the amount that this would obligate the city to would not exceed $52,520, regardless of the cost on their end.
Okay.
If I may, Commissioner, we are able to convey to Hawker Beechcraft Corporation the Airport Authority sales tax exemption on capital improvements also. That's kind of an additional incentive. But any other costs beyond the grant request or the grant amount is borne by the applicant, by Hawker Beechcraft Corporation.
Okay.
Any cost overruns they would take on.
Thank you. Any additional questions? Public comment? Commission action?
Mayor, I move that we would approve the incentive request from Hawker Beechcraft Corporation to fund 50% of an aircraft fuselage loading dock at the Airport Authority Building number 626.
Second.
Motion is to approve request to provide capital investment funding to Hawker Beechcraft Corporation for fuselage loading dock in the amount not to exceed $52,520. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. That passes 5-0. I'm not aware of any other business. I will entertain a motion to adjourn then.
So moved.
Second.
Oh, excuse me.
I believe staff was requesting an opportunity to have an executive session on attorney-client matters, if we could, Mayor.
Okay.
I have that motion.
Yeah.
Once again. Okay.
Mayor, I would move that the City Commission recess into executive session for 20 minutes to discuss with the City Attorney matters subject to the attorney-client privilege for the reason that public discussion of the matters would waive that privilege and adversely affect the City's interest in the matters, and reconvene in this room at 4:40. 4:45, excuse
Second.
me.
Motion is to go into executive session for 20 minutes for the stated reason. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That passes 5-0. So we're in executive session.
Any action?